Minister, I'm sure you will agree at this stage that there's been enormous concern re the sale of NAMA's Northern Ireland loan book to Cerberus Capital Management. And this was raised last week in the Dáil by Deputy Mick, who raised serious concerns and made serious allegations. And we know that BBC Northern Ireland have carried out an extensive investigation in a programme yet to be aired, but some of its people have already spoken about it. And there have been many now statements publicly made by key stakeholders involved and from various leading politicians denying any involvement whatsoever. And I am minded by the remarks that Minister Michael Noonan made to the Dáil, to the Oireachtas Finance Committee back in April 2014, when he asked the agency to conduct a review with a view to accelerating the sale of its loan book and bundling them together. And he said, I've asked NAM if they have any suggestions on how we could work that, and would it be possible to use it as a break on the market. And what he meant by that was, I've asked, what would the consequences be of, at the end of 2015, taking the whole residual NAMA book and doing what IBRC did to their residual book, selling it off in a 6-month period. Now, one might now argue that one of the consequences is the kind of deal that was done with Project Eagle, where the entire Northern Ireland property portfolio of NAM was put into one bundle and sold at a loss, I think, of around 200 million to NAMA at a discount of about 72%. And what we know now is essentially that 7 million ended up in an Isle of Man bank account. That's not actually contested. And we know that the money was in an account controlled by a former managing partner of Belfast law firm Toons, which acted indirectly for Cerberus, the US investment firm that bought the loan book. We know that PIMCO, another large US firm, declined to and withdrew from a tender process for the same loan book, citing concerns about an unsolicited approach from a number of individuals. And they notified NAMA about this unsolicited attention, and indeed, as part of its own due diligence process, pulled out as a result of concerns that it had. And NAMA confirmed this, and has confirmed, that PIMCO's compliance staff discovered that PIMCO's proposed fee arrangement with US law firm Brown Ruddock also included the payment of fees to Toons and to a former external member of NAMA's Northern Ireland Advisory Committee. Now, this is all out of the public domain. And I'm not naming any names here, but simply saying this. Toons are now saying that the former partner diverted the professional fees into an account without the knowledge of the other partners. Now, suffice to say, Minister, that this is very, very serious and profound stuff that go to the very heart of whether a proper deal was done for the taxpayer or on behalf of the taxpayer or not. And I acknowledge that we've had many calls and many different commissions of investigation established, but I can see no other way, given the gravity of what has been alleged and given what we already know publicly and what NAMA itself has confirmed, that a commission of investigation is urgently required now to investigate this entire episode in terms of the sale of the Northern Ireland loan book to the company concerned. And I would ask, has the government made that decision to set up such a commission of investigation?
Thank you, Deputy.
Well, thanks very much. I'd like to thank the Deputy for his question. First of all, I think it's important to say that NAMA has a very clear public mandate to deliver best value. And in that role, it is very actively overseen by the Oireachtas. There is an embedded member of the Controller and Auditor General's office, works with NAMA. They conduct regular audits and they come to the PAC on a quarterly basis with information. And I understand NAMA will be before the PAC this Thursday, and there will be an opportunity for members of that important committee of the House to question NAMA in respect of the way in which it manages its affairs. I think the issues that have been raised and are a cause of public concern regarding the destination of a fee is an entirely different matter. And as far as they bear on NAMA, I think it's important to understand the way in which NAMA dealt with this. NAMA did very clearly, when it heard there was interest in the loan book, it insisted there would be a competitive process. One of those companies, as you know, was PIMCO, who was part of that competitive process. It indicated that its compliance staff staff had uncovered a proposed fee arrangement. And when this came to NAMA's, the attention of NAMA, they decided that if PIMCO did not withdraw from the sale, NAMA could not permit them to remain in the sales process. And on foot of that, PIMCO did withdraw from the sale. NAMA also, I understand, sought assurances in respect of the successful bidder in this project that there was no such arrangement in place, and received such assurances. So from the context of the way in which NAMA discharged its business, I think it has discharged its business in a very thorough way. But obviously, the issues that the Deputy raises in respect of the decisions that NAMA board made as to whether to sell loans individually or in a bundle, they are a legitimate matter for a question at the PAC. But I would point out that the representative of the Auditor General would have been across that decision at all stages, would have been involved in the audit of that decision as it was made. So this this information is available to the Controller and Auditor General as to how they conducted their business, and would be available to the PAC. So NAMA will be before the committee on Thursday, I understand.
I don't think that's a satisfactory answer in any shape or form, Minister. This isn't about a routine appearance before the Public Accounts Committee, nor is it something that is the subject matter of routine audit. And the timeline is very important. I mean, the fee arrangement that you are mentioning, which necessitated the withdrawal of PIMCO, which PIMCO brought to the attention of NAMA, by the way. No auditor or no one else discovered that, but PIMCO went to NAMA and said, our compliance people are very concerned about the unsolicited approaches, the nature of those approaches, the nature of the free arrangements. But within a month, it sold on to another major investment company to service, apparently with the similar fee arrangement process in place, and with the diversion of up to 7 million into an Isle of Man bank account. Now, it's obvious, it's glaringly obvious, that this demands a very serious, independent, objective inquiry with compellability into the specifics of this issue. Very serious allegations have been made in terms of what transpired. There are many more unanswered questions. It is entirely unsatisfactory. It's the largest property sale ever on the island of Ireland, with on about 850 properties being bundled together, a lot of intermediaries, a person operating allegedly in a discreet office within the Tuan solicitor firm's building, and people who served on the Northern Ireland Advisory Committee of NAMA being involved in this situation. Now, that's very serious, Minister, and I don't buy the line that NAMA just accepted assurances and that's the end of the matter. It's not the end of the matter. And I would say to you that just like on previous occasions, the government has been slow to come to the mark on issues like this. And I would put it to you that you need to review your response to this and establish a commission of investigation to get to the truth.
Thank you. I think it's important to point out to the Deputy that the fee arrangement to which he refers did not involve NAMA in any way. These fee arrangements were on the side of the buyer, not the seller of the loans. So they were not involved in any way. No payment was made by NAMA in any respect in respect of these fees. So that is not the case. So the issue in respect of the way NAMA conducted its business is very clear, and it has been overseen and supervised by the PAC. The Controller and Auditor General has someone who is embedded in NAMA. NAMA has a board who is appointed by the Oireachtas to get best value and to have this level of Oireachtas oversight. So we have a unique level of Oireachtas oversight in respect of this body, and the opportunities are there for members to raise those issues at the PAC, where they have the support of the Controller and Auditor General, an expert in forensic accounting advice effectively, who is the auditor to NAMA, who has been through these issues. So the Thursday's meeting offers an opportunity to deal with the NAMA involvement. Obviously, there are other issues in respect of fees that have been paid on the other side of the trade, and those issues are of public concern, and I understand the Northern Ireland Assembly is investigating those issues, as is the Law Society in respect of the solicitor involved. So there are investigations in respect of those matters underway.